Hello, Michael.
Oh, Fatima, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine, and you?
I'm okay.
Can you believe that I started the lesson without any problems?
Yeah, I think it will happen all time.
It's a bit unreal, really.
Yeah, but all of the teachers which we have do it every day without any problem. It's
I hope that sometimes I will do it also without any problems and my bottom will green always at
yeah,
mid moment. So can we start? Or
yeah, we can start and other people join later.
so good. As far as you read in description, each nationality has its own unique picture of the world and outlook, which is reflected in idioms. So, Michael, what is an idiom at all?
Idiom,
Yes.
it's maybe it's the word combination which used in a special meaning. S-
Yes, it's a good description. It's a phraseological unit, which meaning is never influenced by meanings of its components. So each word in uh, idiom has its own meaning, but if we combine these meanings, we will not have the meaning of the idiom. So, oh, and we have Alexander here. Hello, Alexander.
Hello, can you hear me very good or not?
We can hear you, and it's good.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you. How are you, Alexander?
I am good. Unfortunately, I'm at work now and I am using my mobile phone.
But I don't think that it can be a problem. So, as far as you understand, today we are going to speak about idioms. And Michael has already told us what the idiom was. And I want to ask you, which idioms do you know?
Idiom.
And we
Uh,
have Mary here. Hello, Mary.
Hello,
How are you, Mary?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. I created this lesson without any problems for the first time, so I'm quite a happy person. And we're going to speak about idioms. And I asked the question, um, which idioms do you know? And let's start with Alexander as he's first at my list. So, do you know any?
I know, but I don't remember. Let me remember. Maybe Mary start, and
Alexander, you can turn off camera because we see only the background, and maybe it will be better for your project. You know.
Okay, I will.
So.
No,
Mary, can you help to Alexander to remember some idioms?
About everything or about
About everything.
but it's a lot, you know. I think about everything. Okay, butterfly in the stomach.
Yes, it's good. In the stomach.
Stomach, yes.
When do you use this idiom?
It's some good feeling. If somebody has good feeling, maybe love.
Feels happy and feel, yes, good. That's all. I agree. And what else?
Maybe dog with two tails.
Can you explain the meaning of this idiom?
Yes, we talk about people who like dog with two tails. It's very happy person.
Oh,
So
I haven't heard such idiom.
We learn idiom with animal. Michael, do you remember this idiom?
One second. I hear the echo.
Yes.
Whose?
You hear it?
I hear.
Okay. Ludmila, can you wear the headphones?
What?
Headphones. Where are the headphones? No.
My mobile phone?
No. Пробуйте эти.
What should I do?
Попробуйте, но ради интереса, потому что эхо сейчас.
I hear you in your interrupted speech.
Нет, я когда говорю, я слышу эхо. Я слышу то, что я говорю через вас.
I should do...
Просто одень, и будет нормально, наверное.
Михаил, вы помните, что было в прошлый раз, когда я надела наушники?
Хорошо, давайте попробуем. Тут же все свои.
Давайте сейчас.
Так.
I hear you.
Окей. Mary, now okay?
Yes.
We interrupted Mary, and Mary explained нам some idioms.
About dog, yes. You know, when dog very happy and they run and move its tail. So like dog with two tails. So very happy person. It mean.
Oh, it's strange idiom, but there is some logic in it. And maybe something else.
Maybe stars in your eyes. It's about also happy person.
I paid attention that you know a lot of idioms about happiness.
No, I know another like white and black and be in black idiom. But if we talk about different idiom, I think it take a lot of time.
So good. And Michael, can you remember some idioms?
I remember, but not now. Now it's hard. I know that Valery. No.
Oh, we have one more person.
Yeah.
Oh, Valery, hello.
Hello, Ludmila.
How are you, Valery?
Yeah, I'm excellent.
Oh, it's good. And you are in style of our lesson because we speak about happiness first of all, and you are in an excellent mood, so it's very good. So, Valery, do you remember some idioms
About being happy.
about everything?
Well, mm, let me rack my brains. For example, to pass an exam with flying colors.
Yes, and explain us it.
With flying colors means you did something very well and being absolutely sure in your success.
Oh, it's a good idiom. And something else?
To be on the same wavelength, when you understand someone very well and you tend to agree with that person in all matters, you can say we're on the same wavelength. Just you share the same views and all that stuff.
It is good, and I prepared one quiz for us, and maybe I see that you have a lot of knowledge about idioms, so maybe someone will win. And today we are going to speak about idioms describing happiness and sadness. And my question for us is, do you like to express first of all happiness and then sadness? So let's start with happiness. Valery, do you like to express happiness?
Would I like to express this?
Do you like to express, or you may be a discreet person, and if you're happy, you don't want to show it?
Yeah, I'm a discreet person. I'm quite I'm not an outgoing person, so I try to keep some emotions inside, and I'm quite a reserved person.
And if you are extremely happy, how will you show it?
Well, I'll show it. Excuse me. I have to just leave for a minute.
Yes,
yeah, I'll get back.
Yes. So, Alexander, and what about you?
I don't like express happiness.
It's quite strange, really. We hear you. Yes, we hear you, and we understood that you didn't like to show your emotion. Yes. But the same question: if you are extremely happy, how will you show it?
How I show it?
Yes.
Maybe by with big smile.
Oh, it's good. And Mary?
Jump up.
Jump up. So Mary is a girl, so I think that you like to express your happiness.
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes jumping, yes, it's a funny way to show your happiness. And Michael?
I dislike to show any feelings, and I
who are smiling now? Answer me, please.
It's like it's not about happiness. It's just maybe good feelings or something like that. But
funny moments.
It's not a jumping. Yeah.
So good. And do you have the same about sadness? So do you like to show that you are sad?
No.
No? Mary? And you?
No, I prefer don't speak with anybody.
Oh, and Alexander?
Sorry, what was question?
Do you like to show that you are a sad person at this moment of some moment?
Do I like
to show that you are sad?
That I said? No, I don't like.
No one likes it. It's strange.
No one likes. Yes.
So good. And Now I'm giving you a link to follow.
I hope not to me, because I can't see the chat.
We will try to.
Alexander, I will resend you
So,
via Skype.
have you got
So-
it?
Alexander, are you driving now, or?
Yes, I'm driving now, and so many accidents on the road. Oh,
Was it your fault, Alexander?
sorry?
Was
Fault?
it your fault?
No, it's
No,
not my.
at all.
So we will read for Alexander.
We will read for him, yes.
Thank
So,
you.
have you opened the link?
Yes.
Does everything work?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have part A, and part A describes extreme happiness, and there are 5 idioms describing extreme happiness. So maybe Mary, read it, please, for Alexander and for everybody.
I'm trillion to beats. I feel one top of the world. I'm on cloud
Cloud.
9. I'm over the moon. I'm a seventh heaven.
Good. Have you ever heard these idioms,
Yes.
and which are well known for you?
I'm over the moon. Maybe I don't care.
You don't. So good. And Michael, which idioms are well known for you?
So I just hear it in Russian. I mean, I'm on cloud 9, but we have the 10 chance. Yeah. So,
We tell that I'm in 7th heaven. There is
Seven?
the same idiom in Russian language, as far as I know. Я на 7-м небе. So as for me, we tell it. And my question is, can you remember situations when you were in seventh heaven?
So hard to say. Maybe no. Maybe,
No?
I don't know. I don't feel.
Maybe you have too um, too strange altitude to this idiom, because as for me it can be little things that make you happy. I can tell my situation really. When I prepared this lesson, I remember it when maybe I was 4 years old, and I found the coin. Really, it was maybe 2, but it was little coin, and it was my measure, and I was trying to find the place to hide it. And the best place I found was my nose, so I put the coin into my nose, and I thought that I was died, and and it was horrible. And when the doctor helped me, I was in 7th heaven, I think. It's a little funny situation, but it made me happy. Did you have something?
It's really hard to remember. So, Mary, maybe you can tell us
No, I don't know.
about your nose.
Nothing happened with my nose.
But in your life, something
I don't
that
have such experience. I don't know.
But what was
Happy.
the happiest moment of your life?
I don't remember now. Maybe last happy moment when I saw my niece
Oh,
and I play with her. I think it was.
it seems to me that you like your niece, if it's the happiest moment of your life.
I think yes.
And Alexander? Alexander?
Sorry, I I can't speak now.
Shall I ask you something, or
No, I will answer without Alexander because we can see accident.
so do you know the happiest moment?
No, I don't know. Maybe you know all time. If we talk in general, yeah, usually happiness moments. It's like maybe on a vacation when people I don't know go to sea or
And when people see the sea, because it's the desire of the whole year to see and to swim here.
yeah, and the sea and nature around it. So maybe I have such kind of experience. So maybe it was a happiness moment, but it happened all time. You know, if you talk about little happiness, yeah. So you can see it in any moment of your life.
Oh, it's very positive idea, I guess.
So
And our part B at this link, tell us other happiness idioms. So let's read idiom and its meaning. Michael, take the first idiom.
get a what is the real get a kick out of something.
It means that you can read real and you can miss it. So get kick out of something and get a real kick of something. It's the same idiom. And
So
me.
the meaning is very much enjoy doing something.
Good. And what do you get a real kick out of?
Mary?
Except in learning English, of course.
Yeah. So I get a kick out of reading.
It's good answer, really.
So
So do I.
so do I. Yeah. So what we need to maybe I will read the example. Yeah.
I think we shouldn't, because there are a lot of idioms, and I prepared a quiz, and I hope that we will have time for it. So, and
Okay.
Mary, what do you get a real kick of out of?
I don't know. It's different things. Sometimes one things, another time another thing.
And can you give us some example? Maybe we will do the same, and we also will get a real kick of it.
Maybe to cook something.
To cook?
Yes.
Oh, it's very strange. I get a real kick of eating, but not cooking.
Mary, are you sure?
Sometimes yes, it's pleasure for me to cook something special.
Oh, it's really, I think, good. And the second idiom, Mary, please.
Do something for kicks.
Yes, and
Do something
meaning?
because it is exciting.
Exciting, exciting.
Usually something dangerous, informal.
And what do you do for kicks?
Maybe something.
Cooking is not dangerous thing, so.
No, sometimes it's dangerous when I forgot something in the kitchen. Maybe it's climbing sometimes, but very rarely.
And Michael, what do you do for kicks?
So kicks. And what does it mean? Usually something do
Do
something.
something because it's exciting.
What is exciting? Because it's exciting. Do
I
something.
can tell just in Russia. Это возбуждающе, будоражище.
So do something because it's do something for kicks. You know, hard to say. Maybe I do something, but it's really hard to choose.
So
I don't
maybe
Maybe I need to think.
it's difficult topic, I understand. And the thought. Please, Michael.
So 1 second. Jump for joy. Yeah, this one.
Yes.
And be very happy and excited about something that has happened.
Yes. And how often do you jump for joy?
No, not really often. So maybe once 2 months.
But I think it's quite often because you jump for joy. It means that you are extremely happy. I think that happiness should be enough, but not too much. And Mary, how often do you jump for joy?
Maybe when I have something what make me be happy. So I didn't know how often it's happened. I think in this case more.
Every time that you feel happy, you jump for joy. Yes.
Yes, I think yes.
And what makes you jump for joy?
Maybe something sweet.
It's so easy to make you jump for joy.
Yes.
And Michael, is everything simply with you?
Could you repeat?
What makes you jump for joy?
What makes so? It's a hard question for me because.
So it's enough for Mary. It's enough to get something sweet.
No,
so.
Of course not. So I don't know how to explain. For me, it's different situation. Maybe when something very good happened, and maybe so it's I don't know. We need to feel it because it's hard to explain. Sometimes maybe it's little things.
You can just tell that it's your little secret and you don't want to share it with everyone. So.
So it's hard to explain because I need to think about it and formulate it in a short way. But now it's hard for me.
It's a philosophical question now. Yes, I got it.
Yeah.
And the fourth. Is Alexander with us or no?
Yes, I am with you.
Oh, it's good, Alexander. We have already learned new idiom. Jump for joy. It means to be very happy and excited about something that has happened. And can you tell us how often do you jump for joy?
How do I jump
How
a joy?
often?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
How often do you jump for joy?
For joy?
Yes.
Oh, every day when I go to bed. When I have a break for lunch. What else? when I learn with you English.
Oh, happiness in little things. It's so nice, really.
And now I'm going to jump, oh, to jump a joy,
Jump for joy.
jump joy. Yes.
Oh, it's good. Michael left us as far. No, he isn't. So, number 4.
Number 4.
Yes,
So,
Mary, please.
Be floating, walking on air. Be very happy about something good that has happened.
walking.
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 And what was the last time you were walking on air? And what was the reason of it?
For me, it's like maybe more express, but for me, it's like fall in love
Oh,
on air. I don't know why. I have
you
this.
think it's some global?
Yes, because we can say about person in Russian. Сидел.
I missed the last sentences. Could you repeat it?
We can say in Russian the same idiom.
Yes, I agree with
So,
you.
that's why I have some association with this idiom.
Good. And Michael, what about you? Is it also a difficult question for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of these expressions are difficult.
Unfortunately. And Alexander, do you hear us?
Yes.
And tell us, please, what was the last time you were walking on air?
Walking on air?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember. It was so many times ago. But I should do it near the nearest time, I think.
I didn't understand.
You didn't understand?
Yes.
Okay. Last time I walking.
Was walking.
I was walking on the air about maybe 2 months ago.
Oh, it's good if it happens every 2 months. So I'm happy that there is something in your life that forces you to walk in on air. And the last one,
Maybe
Michael, can you, Alexander, can you read?
No.
No.
No?
I will
Michael?
read. Something makes your day. Meaning it's something makes you feel very happy.
And what makes your day? Also difficult question.
No,
Yeah.
by cup of tea, Michael.
Cup of tea? No. It's these kind of activities I didn't make. I never makes me so happy. Maybe
Out coffee.
if I interesting deals or interesting meetings. So after that, I can say that make my day.
Always good. And it seems to me that Valery came to us. Valery, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you came to the end of happy idioms, and the last our idiom was something makes your day. Something makes you feel very happy. And can you tell us what makes your day?
Well, if I get a pay rise, it makes my day. If I get a pay rise at work, sure, it makes my day.
Everything connected with money. It's so sad, really.
So the world rotates around money, doesn't it?
You are a kind of maybe. Do you remember once Oscar Wilde told something about it that at the beginning of my life I could suppose that everything was connected with money, but at the end of my life I was sure in it. So maybe you share his idea.
Yeah, perhaps.
Valery, have you got a link?
Let me check it.
You should open this link and we do exercises according to this link.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
and now we are going to start part C, connected with sadness. And I propose you to work in such way that we read sentences, because one sentence contains one idiom. And we're going to read the explanation of this idiom and maybe discuss it a little bit. So, Valery, will you
Yes.
start?
Shall I start reading, dear Louise?
Yes.
Dear Louise, hope all goes well with you. Unfortunately, everyone here is out of sorts. Will is down in the
We read one sentence.
okay.
So the idiom of this sentences is to be out of sorts. It means slightly unhappy or slightly ill. So, and my question is, what can make you be out of sorts? Let's start with Alexander.
Sorry?
Alexander, what can make you be out of sorts? Alexander, do you think of the answer?
Maybe Alexander have a disconnect with
So, Mary, so this question is for you. Let it be.
I don't know, maybe some, I don't know, maybe when I speak with somebody and our discussion not very well. You know, sometimes it's discussion, sometimes it's happen around when you.
And what about weather, Mary? Does weather influence you?
No, I like all weather.
Even the rain with some horrible things.
No, rain is good because it's not hot.
Oh, you're also an optimistic person, Michael. What can make you be out of sorts?
Hard to say. I think it's not nothing, but it's really hard to make out of sort.
Oh, I think it's good
Yeah.
for a person to be so stable that nothing can change your mood.
Michael is an ever smiling and optimistic person.
Yeah.
And what about you, Valery? Are you always smiling and optimistic person, or something can make you be out of sorts?
I tend to be more of a pessimistic man than rather than an optimistic one. And actually, a lot of things can make me be out of sorts. For example, in the morning when I get connected with the internet and go to mail.ru website, the first thing I pay attention to is ruble versus dollar or euro exchange rate.
Again, everything connected with money. But
if I see that ruble is going down, it makes me out of sorts. Makes me be out of sorts. Okay, if we don't talk about money, I'm a football fan.
Don't talk.
Okay, I'm done with money for today. And if
Forget, money doesn't exist at our world for today, for this
Right.
evening.
all right. So I'm a football fan, and I care for football a bit. And if my favorite football team, Spartak Moscow, loses a match, it makes me be out of sorts.
How often does it happen?
Recently, unfortunately, it happens every other time.
So why you a fan
Every
of
other
this
match.
team if it always loses?
That's the point, Ludmila. A real fan is not the one who supports a team only when it wins, but a real fan is someone who stays with his team at any moment and at any time, no matter if his team loses or wins. So I think I'll stay with Spartak till the rest of my life, and of course it's really aggravating me when Spartak loses matches, and
Oh, I think it's interesting, but I'm not a football fan, so I can't understand your feeling really, unfortunately.
well,
Maybe it's better for you because if they lose all time, you will all time
I
feel.
will be always out of
Yeah,
sorts.
but the older I am, the less I take it to the heart. You know, I don't take it so close to heart.
Oh, it's good for you.
Yes, because now I have other issues in my life, other, things for which I should care, and football is not among the top concerns of mine.
It's good, I think. And the second sentences, Mary, will you read for us?
Yes. Will is down in the dumps because he doesn't like his teacher this year.
Good. And to be down in the dumps means
Unhappy,
be unhappy. Yes. Good.
unformal.
And I don't want to ask you about this. How always do you feel unhappy? I shouldn't, I think, but I can ask you. How often do you like your teachers, and how often you didn't like your teachers?
I don't know, it depends on teacher. I
And-
can't don't like teacher if teacher
And
good.
remember your school, the time when you were at school. Did you
Yes,
like your teachers?
Not all teacher, because I have good teachers and I have bad teachers. So some was good, some was bad.
And Michael, what about your teachers?
Hard to say. As I remember, I have maybe 2 or 3 good teacher, but another one is not so good. So it's like they are usual people without any special knowledges and
Knowledge in singular.
Yeah, and that's why I think they are.
And who was your favorite teacher at school?
Now I don't remember. I need to.
No, the subject which she teaches. Don't remember?
Hard to say now. Yeah, I really forgot it. I'm not back in my mind to this period, and I really need now to use any subject in my practice. So I think it's like equal. All of the subjects will equal.
And what about Valery? Did you like your teachers at school?
Like Michael, I didn't pay much attention, and I didn't really give it a thought if I liked my teachers so much or disliked them. Most of them were fine with me. I didn't like them or very much so much, or and I can't say that I hated them.
Oh,
But
it's strange because I liked some of my teachers, and I could, and even now I can call them, or I hear myself. It's not good.
well, as for me, my school, what is in the past, right? And it's now for me it seems like it was another life, very very long time ago. And now I'm out of touch with all my classmates, and I don't remember quite much about my school life. And so that was like another lifetime.
So you decided to stay in past.
Yeah, well, I left the school matter in the school thing in the past, and but for example, when I start to think to recall something about my school life, I think that most teachers weren't, of course, very enthusiastic, and there were some objective factors for that because they were badly paid and had, some
I understand you because
really
I'm also
real
a teacher.
issues. Yeah, and I can't say. Well, some teachers were solid. I mean, they were good and well qualified, but not really very enthusiastic. And for example, my English teacher, she was the class master, and you wouldn't believe, but she never spoke English in our classes, and she never, almost never taught us anything about English. And as she was our class master, we discussed some class issues in our lessons, and we didn't learn
the
English
saddest
at
moment,
all.
really.
Yeah. Once I asked her if we would get down to business, so to say, get down to learning English, and everyone looked at me in such a great surprise, including her.
No, no, you shouldn't. Let's discuss something
Yes.
disconnected with our lessons.
Everyone looked at me as if I was really crazy.
Oh, I heard someone. No? Let's read another sentences. So, Michael.
So I've told him that it's not the end of the world, and that he would better just grin and bear it. But I think he likes being
Grin and bear it.
married. Yeah? But I think he likes being misery, guts, and
Misery.
about her every night. A lot of.
And so he complains about her every night. Yes, good. And my question is it a good idea always just grin and bear everything?
So, what does it mean?
Not the end of the world. I think we shouldn't translate it because it's easy to understand. Grin and bear, it means accept a situation you don't like because you can't change it.
Yeah.
So is it a good idea always just grin and bear everything?
Yeah, well, if it's happened, you need to don't see, and accept it.
And we shouldn't try to change everything and to do it.
If it's possible, but we have a lot of situation where is it like impossible. So you can try, but it's impossible. And you need to don't spend time and focus on the future. Maybe do another one, something which will help you in the future.
And Mary, what is your opinion? Do you agree with Michael?
Me? Mary.
I think We have maybe some similar idiom. It's fight or run, and it's maybe to no fight or something like that. And I think maybe better to accept some problem or situation, or maybe to find solution for some problem.
Oh, it's strange because for me it's better to fight for the last and when there is no another choice and then to stop. But Valery, maybe do you agree with me? Or you agree with Alexander and Mary?
Well, I'm not sure. I think that there can be some situations when there is nothing to do. You can't do anything about it, and in such case, you can grin and bear it, because maybe it's sometimes impossible to do to change something, and it's a waste of your time and efforts to try to change it, and so you have to grin and bear it.
Maybe let it be, and maybe it's the beginning of something new and better. Good. And next sentences, Mary, please.
But what about misery gods? What is it?
Misery gods is someone who complains all the time and he's never happy.
Ah.
Do you know such people? If we start. Do you know such people?
Of course.
Misery is unhappy, and gods is not a stomach, but кишка. So it's some sad, грустная кишка какая-то.
Okay.
So do you know?
Страдания, yes?
What?
Страдания. Misery.
Yes.
Okay.
And unhappiness both. So do you know such people? And Valery, let's start with you. Do you know such people? Misery gods.
One person comes to my mind. Perhaps he is kind of misery gods. I think you have heard of him. His name is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh.
And when he plays, well, actually, for a footballer, it might be quite a positive trait, because he's never happy on the pitch. He's always bloodthirsty in terms of scoring goals, winning matches, and he's never satisfied. And as he's one of the top footballers, he's often kicked. He's often other footballers make faults against him, and of course he is often in pain, and he's a misery god, I think, when he's on a football pitch.
Well, I think that you're a really great fan of football, because you know everything about teams and about players and about their characters even.
Yeah.
And Mary, do you know such people?
Yes, I think everyone know, because it's like type of personality. Some people like to be all time sad.
And how do you behave in their company?
But it's like some special. It's maybe more comfortable condition for these people to be sad, because they maybe need then somebody boss would sorry about it. I don't know about it people.
And how the ordinary person should behave in their company? So, for example, I have such person at my work, and I have no idea what to do with her. So, just my best idea is just to leave the room. So when I see that she's in the class, I just take my bag and get out of this class, but maybe you can advise us something better.
Okay, today I read some study about this topic, and when we met people, we all time met people. We all time pay attention for proportion, face, and body, and when we met with person, if it's happy person, we think that it's more smart person, because some smart person, all smart person, more easy in life. They more
Sociable.
sociable, yes, because if pretty person more sociable and more happy, so, and more smart. It's like studies. So when we meet happy person, we like this person more than sad person, and we think that this person more smart. Do you understand me?
I understand you, but it's not an advice how to
No,
behave in the company.
you can explain this person.
Yes.
To be happy, it's more way. It's better way to that somebody enjoy you. And if this person doesn't understand you, maybe it's more better not pay attention for this. Not so.
Ignore maybe.
Because if we how to say жалеть?
Complain.
Complain.
No, complain, жаловаться.
So if we sorry, I don't know, this person, we more stimulate this person to be sad.
Oh, it can be.
Spare related.
And Michael, how will you behave in their company?
I'm not focused on it, so if it's not interesting person for me, I just don't see.
I don't see you.
Yeah. Maybe I will talk with another person, or I will do something what I need to do, and it helps to don't see this person. So
we have the same opinion. We should ignore such people and be happy. So the next sentences, Valery, please.
Shall open the link. Second.
No, there's pet is also, it's at the middle of the text.
Yeah, I have just opened the link, the text. Pat is also suffering from sour grapes because I got the role in the school play that she wanted.
Good, so we have an idiom, sour grapes, which means be
Being
jealous.
Something you can. Okay.
Read it, Valery.
Being jealous about something you can't have, right?
Yes. And do you suffer from sour grapes?
I think everyone suffers from sour grapes. It's in human nature to suffer from sour grapes from time to time, and it can be so it's envy, and sometimes it can be called white envy. You can be happy for your friend, for example, but at the same time you can suffer from sour grapes, and it often goes along with each other, being happy and being envious of someone's success and achievements.
Good. And Mary, what about you? Do you suffer from sour grapes?
No, I think it's a waste of time because if you maybe better to do something instead to think
Try
about it.
to get what you want. Just
Yes, and if I maybe don't have something, so this means that I don't need it.
it's an interesting position. So if I don't have, I don't need it.
No, if I don't have something, so I don't need it now because if I want, I try to get it.
It's interesting. Michael, do you suffer?
No, in general, I haven't. How to say? I'm not suffering.
I don't suffer from.
I don't suffer from sour grapes. Yeah, sour grapes. So because you know, maybe I can imagine something better than they have, and how to say, this one changed in my mind, and my aims will be another. Yeah.
Yeah. And now I propose you to create a situation. For example, you are a psychologist, and your patient is a person who suffers from sour grapes. Which pieces of advice will you give this person?
So, you know, this person need to focus on the positive sides, which he or
Things
she
he has.
already have. Yeah, or maybe like focus on feelings or something like that, which are not material, not which can we say material? Like
I think that we can connect it with money, material things.
I mean the material.
Yes, I think that we can.
So
While Michael
yeah,
exploring
okay,
this question, Mary, imagine yourself, psychologist. What will you tell to this person?
Am I?
You're a psychologist.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. So I give advice to look ahead, look forward, and to think about now, about today, not think about past, and concentrate in he or she's wishes.
So let it be. And Valery?
So if I were
your pieces of advice.
Yeah, if I were a psychologist, I would tell that person that maybe it was a waste of time to suffer from sour grapes, and I would find out what that person needs to achieve in his life. I would find out his priorities and what he was aspiring to, and I would tell him maybe some ways to hit those aims, something maybe practical things how to do that. Yes, if I were so qualified to give such a piece of advice.
Valery, are you a psychologist?
I'm not a psychologist.
But you act very good for this profession.
No, I'm far from being a psychologist.
And our last
manager. But a good manager should be a good psychologist. Actually, in our life, everyone should be a good psychologist to understand other people, because we live in the world, we interact with other people all the time, and of course we should be good psychologists.
It's difficult. Yes, I agree with you, Valery. And our last sentences. So, Michael, let's read.
Okay, this puts a damper on every meal, so I am really looking forward to staying with you at the weekend.
Wow, Karen. So the idiom is,
Puts a damper on.
which means?
In the meaning is stop an occasion from being enjoyable. Sometimes dampener is used instead of damper.
So you can tell put damper on or put dampener on. So do you know what does it mean, damper?
No, I forgot. What is it?
It's on another page. There is an explanation that dampener is a thing put on piano strings to make the sound less loud. So how does the meaning of the word can help us to understand the meaning of this idiom?
Yeah, so now it's clear. Like make a wall and don't focus and don't see one another. Yeah.
Yeah. And it seems to me that our lesson comes to end. Am I right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Unfortunately, there is no time for quiz, but really I have it. So when
okay, maybe we can make one of them, the first one.
Yes. And so when we tell about idioms again, we will start with quiz to identify who knows idioms the best. And thank you that you were with me today, and I hope that our lesson helped you to make your speech better and more beautiful.
Thank you for your interesting lesson. I appreciate your coming to this website. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Forward to the next lesson.
I will wait for you.
Bye.
So, goodbye.
Lesson. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Ludmila, push the red button.
I remember.